The little cafe buzzed with morning chatter when Sarah, a kind-hearted waitress, noticed an elderly man sitting alone in the corner. His clothes were worn, his hands trembled, and the coins he counted weren't enough for a meal. She spotted the faded veteran's cap on the seat beside him and realized he had served his country. Without hesitation, she quietly paid for his breakfast herself, setting down a hot plate of eggs, bacon, and coffee. The man's eyes filled with tears as he whispered his thanks, his dignity fighting against his hunger. But before he could finish, the cafe's owner stormed over. Known for his greed, he accused Sarah of stealing, shouted that the cafe was not a charity, and fired her on the spot. Customers stared in silence as the old veteran tried to defend her, but the owner threw them both out. 2 days later, the cafe door slammed open. 4 Marines in uniform marched inside. Their presence so commanding the room fell silent. They went straight to the counter and asked if it was true Sarah had been fired for feeding a veteran. The owner stammered, trying to justify himself, but one Marine stepped forward. "Do you know who that man was?" he asked. "Sergeant William Harlan, a decorated war hero who saved our lives in combat." Gasps rippled through the cafe. The frail old man Sarah had helped was a legend. The Marines turned to Sarah, who stood near the door watching in shock, and thanked her. Right there, they offered her a job at the base dining hall, where her compassion would be honored, not punished. Customers began walking out, vowing never to return. The greedy owner's face turned pale as his business crumbled before his eyes. 1 week later, Sarah stood proudly in her new uniform at the military base, serving meals with dignity. Sergeant Harlan often sat at her table, telling stories of bravery and calling her the granddaughter he never had. What began as a small act of kindness had sparked a chain of events that revealed the true meaning of honor. Compassion for those who served should never be punished. It should be celebrated.